man right here
playing for the Washington Wizards,
who sabotaged this man Kwame Brown career. Kwame Brown, thank you for finally speaking up. Thank you for finally speaking up. So, all right. Over the I said it in a previous pod. I said I didn't see him as a bust. This man gave y'all facts. Told y'all shit. Coaching didn't want him. Owner didn't want him. Jordan didn't want him. He was like, but he did what he had to do. They were telling him, oh, he need to lose weight. So he'll lose the weight. They were like, nah, you need to gain weight. So he was like, nah. So then, yada. And then he heard Gilbert Arenas the reason he didn't get the extension with the Wizards, but apparently that wasn't true. And then he got, like 325 with the Lakers. And then he's like, y'all dumb. Y'all over here crying because I only scored 1 point. Kobe scored 81. You pay to see Kobe score. The hell you crying for? He right. But the shit that got me with, first of all, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, you can't have a podcast called All the Smoke, and then when somebody brings smoke to you, you be like, oh no, I'm not gonna.
But we talking about smoking weed.
No. They know what all the smoke is implying. They imply like, no, we here for whatever. Nah, you know what all the smoke mean. But hey, that boy Kwame Brown came in there. They got quiet real fast.
Show you what a drive bus really look like.
Call Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair, which is sick. That's so sick. Why you call that man that?
Has to do with white granddad or black granddad level.
He talking about Steven Jackson was begging some hip hop wives or whatever. He was like begging one of them to like sleep with him or some shit like that. He was like calling some people out. But the reason I think that was actually like he had a valid point, his criticism of them. Matt Barnes has Matt Barnes, he's in Philly. He has a story about how Mo Cheeks pretty much was like, yeah, I know, Maurice Cheeks. He had this situation where like he just would shit on him all the time, so he didn't get any playing time just because Maurice Cheeks didn't like him. Steven Jackson has stories about when he came his second stint at San Antonio, about like stories about what happened in that locker room. So for two players to understand that, like the politics of sports and the NBA, for you to constantly keep bashing like a man when y'all are very vocal with Black Lives Matter, black people stick together when someone's murdered by the police, but I mean, bro, like he's right. Kwame Brown's right, and I'm happy he stood up for himself. The Stephen A. Smith thing, I don't really care about that because I mean, like, it's the media, like, media. So yeah, I think Stephen A. Smith is like, dude, like, yeah, why do you care? And I thought he was a puppet ever since he was like calling for Lovie Smith to get fired. When Lovie Smith went 10-6 with Jay Cutler in the stacked NFC North that year, but I don't know. It's sort of like cringe because the language is like, I mean, like, sort of this black on black thing going on right now. But still, I'm happy he stood up for himself because he's right. But I didn't see the Jamel Hill thing. What? I saw. She said, "Oh, please don't type me."
They said he was like something about him choosing violence. He was like, "You don't choose violence. You can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me talking is not violent. Yeah, like, I can't talk violent because violence is action. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's me, like, actually being violent. So I'm not talking violent to y'all. Like, that's my normal tone." And then he was like, "So from now on, I'm gonna start talking like." Oh, yeah, it's like this, like that. And I was like, this is my normal voice. I ain't that mad.
Yeah. Nah, what it is people know he's right when, like, there's stuff towards them. So that's a tactic you use when you're losing an argument. You change the subject. Yeah. So they're like, oh, my God, he's getting violent. No, he's not. He's just calling you out on your bullshit. I saw the Charlemagne, because what Charlemagne did was sort of sick. And I could see why that is sort of puppet-like. So during this whole thing, he brings up, like, Kwame Brown's like, dude, my dad didn't raise me. Don't bring up what my dad did. Nigga. Yeah. So he said apparently Kwame Brown's dad did some shit where, like, he beat his pregnant girlfriend and then, like, buried her alive or something like that. Or I forgot the story. I'm sorry if I don't remember the details. And then he had a story about his brother, a brother Kwame Brown never met, about him murdering somebody. So it may have been the brother murdered his pregnant girlfriend.
And then another brother. Yeah. Then another brother didn't know what he said. He was like, yo, I don't know these people. Yeah. Like, we all met during our adulthood. Like, what my dad do not find who I am.
Yeah. But and then he brought up Charlemagne's, like, the past where he had some allegations of
He had
YouTube's being funny right now, but pretty much like sleeping with a minor, but
distributing to a minor,
like raping a minor,
distributing to a minor.
Yeah, so I don't know. Charlamagne sent a cease and desist, but I mean, like I said, it's getting messy. But I'm happy that Kwame Brown is like actually speaking for himself. And honestly, like we're in Virginia, so we had the local Wizards games and shit. They always said Kwame Brown, right? So when I hear people say Kwame Brown, I really just sit there. I'm like, which one is it? I'm not even trying to make fun. I'm not trying to make fun of the name or that. Please, I'm just. Is it Kwame or Kwame?
M.A. right?
It's M.E.
M.E.
Yeah. Yeah, because on the Wizards, back in the Wizards games when I used to watch, they used to say Kwame Brown. I mean, I guess he's not the one to actually correct anybody, but I mean, like,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Kwame.
Yeah, but shout out to him. Like, he has story. He's like, he bought his mouth. Yeah. He bought his mouth. He bought his mom a house on a golf course when he was 18. Like, shout out to him.
My dad had acres, but he did probably say his dad had acres. He's that nigga own his own trucks and shit like that.
Yeah, he said. That part. He said, y'all joking about my basketball life. I got to joke about your life. He said, if you were smoking weed with Stack all the time, maybe your girl would have been looking up the GPS to your teammate. Oh, my God damn.
Like, he said, you're not welcome at your own house if you had to jump the gate, nigga.
But really though, it's a conversation. I like the conversation he's starting because he's right. Like ever since the Don Imus thing happened, where when he called the girls from Rutgers basketball a bunch of nappy headed hoes. Think about this for a second. Imagine if Charlamagne said that.
Was he black or white?
No, he's white. That's why he got in trouble. He got in trouble. He said it was Rutgers versus Tennessee. He said Tennessee looked like a bunch of like nice, proper girls, but Rutgers looked like a bunch of nappy-headed hoes.
Hold on, wait. But he had to learn that from a black person.
Yeah, so no. The crap I'm saying though, imagine if Charlamagne said that. No one would react. So now you look to what's going on now. It's like, wait a minute. He's right. Y'all talking about Kwame Brown the whole time. Remember when Michael Jordan drafted Adam Morrison? How did his career go? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think of Anthony Bennett. Like, shoot, who was after Kwame Brown? Like, Eddie Curry? Kwame Brown's career is better than Eddie Curry's.
Better than, what's the name? Darko
Milicic? Yeah, like, it's just stuff like that when they talk about, like, athletes stealing money from teams. You know, they bring up, like, oh, Gilbert Arenas did this. Why don't y'all bring up Chandler Parsons? So it's funny, like, he brings up a good...
Gordon Hayward.
He playing... Well, shoot, yeah, he be sitting out a lot of games. Yeah. But, yeah...
LeBron stealing... That nigga's... Like, yo, I don't hear nothing because now, this year, all of these niggas are sitting out games.
I know. It's almost as if they do just... Okay, I'm going to pay the black guy who's saying stuff about black people. So that can be the voice. Because if a white guy say it, they going to accuse him of being racist. I mean, he going to get canceled. Is that not... It seems like that's what's going on.
That's just so funny to me.
What?
Like, you don't see that funny shit like him just saying they're a bunch of nappy-headed hoes.
Well, I mean, this is the first time you're hearing of it. I heard about this when it happened like
Did you laugh?
Ago. I mean, it's sort of... Not really. Because it was cringe. Because it's coming from an old white guy. It's like, wait, what the hell? Like, what the hell are you saying?
I guess my Sigma thought it was like...